Hi there, it's Kathy at One Sweet Shop. I wanted to show you what I made. I have made a video, I don't even know when it was. Must have been a month ago at least, I'm thinking, of a haul that I got from Temu, and it was all these resin molds, and I wanted them for my dollhouse. And I finally got around to molding a few things a couple weeks back. And I just kind of left them sitting on a shelf because I didn't have time to really deal with them. But these are the molds. I got 3 molds like this, and they turned out like this. Now on these ones, they ended up having a couple extra little things here, and I just took scissors and cut them off. I'm not sure if they were supposed to be in there or not, but I trimmed them. It looks like there's still one here on this side. So it may have been part of the mold or it may not have been. I'm not sure if it was a defect in the mold. But I wanted to mold them up because I wanted to see what they look like. I don't have my pictures here, but I'm going to find them. And then I made this one here, and this turned out beautiful. Like, I was really surprised with this one. There's a couple rough edges here and there. Maybe after I paint it, they'll show up a little better. But there is a couple little rough edges here and there. I've just been taking my scissors and popping them off. It could be that it's part of the mold though, so I won't know until it's painted actually. And then maybe I'll take an emery board or something and go around the edges. And then this one here, this was a beautiful deep mold. And look at how it molded up. It is a little misshapen. And I don't know if maybe I did that when I was pulling it out. I might have, because they're actually soft when you pull them out and then you let them dry. And these have been sitting on here drying for a couple weeks. And then there was this one here. So you're going to hear my puppy dog snoring. She's having a nap. And she actually breathes quite heavy when she's napping. So those ones I did. Oh, here's some more little tags I was trimming off with my scissors. And then I made this mold I've had for quite a while. I got it this winter. I had ordered it. I guess I should try and clean these a little better. I'm scared to use like tissue on them though, in case they do something to the mold. I want these actually for a journal. So I've molded them. I'm going to paint them gold today, but I'm going to end up using greens, yellows, and browns to just shade them afterwards. But I thought, well, you know, these are really nice. I love the way that they're shaped. There was something I just saw here. What was it? Maybe it was just a shadow. Yeah, it must have been a shadow. I thought there was a piece hanging off something. So I've got quite a few of these little ones to do. I'm also going to see, and maybe I should have done this while the mold was still kind of pliable. It hadn't quite set. I'm going to see if I can pop a hole in them. So, and actually I had quite success with popping a hole in a, what was that thing? In a tin can thing, lid. Oh, actually, you know what? That one already has a hole right there. I don't need to pop a hole in that one. Let me see. Do these have a hole? That one has a hole up there too. Well, what the heck? This one doesn't. Okay, well, let's try it and see. I'm hoping I don't crack my leaf, but I'm gonna try. Nope. And in fact, it popped a perfect hole, and then it just popped it out. Okay, so I can punch resin with my crocodile. We're gonna do a lot more of that. I made a couple donuts, little donuts. So I'm gonna have to paint them brown, of course. It's just because I had some resin left over after I had molded those, and I thought, oh gosh, what am I gonna make? So I made some little waffles and croissants, and then I did some cupcakes. So I'll have to paint those. Those will look cute. They're a little big for my dollhouse, but I'm probably going to paint them up and put them on a shelf anyway. I might as well, you know, at least it'll be part of the decor in there. Here's another little donut. That one's a small one. And then I made some little bears. And they were from a different mold. Do I have it here? Yes, I do. This was also a mold from Temu. And it's little bear heads. And they're actually quite cute. So I might make little tiny pocketbook bags or little purses. And I might use these little bears. And then I have tiny flowers. This is like a really tiny flower. I might use these tiny flowers and stuff too. I do believe I want to put them on a couple books I have that need something very miniaturized. So I'm going to do that too. But whatever is left over is going to go into some type of a project. Here's an even smaller donut. So I had a lot of fun making these, and I'm going to start molding some more. I did a few flowers, and this one turned out great, but most of them did not. These very, very deep ones, which was that mold there, didn't seem to feel well. But I'm going to sand this down, and when I'm making a 3D effect on something, I'll put leaves in between, and I can attach these anyway. This one's a full one. And I can attach these in and then put pearls or things like that. So it's not a total loss on it. Look at the puppy print. I'm making a resin thing for my daughter because her puppy dog passed away this year, and it was just so heartbreaking. She ended up having cancer, and I'm making my daughter a little resin puppy thing with her dog in it, and I'm going to put these little paws, stick them into the resin. I'm going to paint these the color of her little dog, and I'm going to put these little paws in there along with it, and a photograph of her dog, and different little things that I'll put in there. I have a whole bunch of pictures because, of course, you know, Grandma's baby, so I'm going to do a really nice little 3D sculpture for her pup. And so I molded those too. I might mold a couple more because when I put them in the frame, I might actually put the little puppy prints maybe walking up the side of the frame or something. So I'm going to mold a few more of these. I do believe that they are in this mold also. There's one there, one there, one there. And I can only do 3 at a time. So I have to keep doing it over and over again. But I was so fortunate to find some resin at the Dollar Tree. I did buy myself a new bottle of resin because I had used up everything out of my last one. So I will do these, but I'm going to do this part of the painting today. I probably won't do the food because I'm not doing them gold, but I am going to do these frames, and you might get a better picture of what they look like. Now, I'm not using a regular paintbrush. I'm actually using a makeup brush, but that's okay. I brought myself a little tin with some water in it, and these are just going to get brushed gold because I'm going to put them in the dollhouse. And oh, I'm gonna have to show you what I'm putting inside them. I actually should have left that center plain. It would have looked like it was glass. Never thought of it, but maybe I'll try on the next one. I'll make it plain. So I'm not going to totally coat these really solid with gold. I might give them 2 coats though. But this one here, I may put a little mirror in the center, and it'll be a little mirror in the vanity room or something like that. So I think it would look very, very nice. And I thought I'd have some fun painting them up today. This paint is a little clear. This is that Inca gold. I do believe I have an antique gold in my box of paints, but I'll have to look. You know, I hadn't painted for so long, and a lot of my paints were drying right up. And it just looks like I'm going to have to replace a lot of them. So I'll have my fingernails. My fingernails will be gold for work tomorrow. That'll be okay. Maybe I'll do something different with them. So that one's pretty nice. I like that. I'm going to do this frame because I do like this one. And I might take a little bit of black or brown and give this a little, maybe a little gray. Give this a little antique look, I think. And I think that would look really nice on this one too. Or even white, I guess. A little bit of white in here. I'm not trying to do it too heavy because I don't want to have any paint lumps or things like that. I'm not sure if you can see how that's coming out with the gold, but I think it'll show up. I think the second coat is going to be much better. I should have maybe painted these with a white or with some gesso just to get the ability to have everything show up when I'm doing the video here. But live and learn, right? On my next batch, I'll maybe gesso it first. I'm almost out of paint in my lid. Looks like I gotta dump some in here. There we go. And also this brush is not so soft either. It's a very hard, stiff brush, but that's okay. It can be stiff. It's a makeup brush. So I do have paint brushes. I think I may have packed them already though. So I had some yesterday when I was doing something. And so I know I have one in the kitchen, but I thought, oh, I have this here, I'll use it. Alrighty, see, that's kind of a little crooked, but maybe I could use it this way. I don't know, we'll see. Now this one here, I'm gonna paint it, but I'm gonna leave the center clear, but I think I had paint on my fingers, so it probably won't work this time. Okay, I'm gonna cover it since my fingers are covered in paint. Maybe I better wipe them off before I paint the last one. I like these. Look at how it didn't look like much when I was doing it, but now that the paint is settling in, it's starting to really have some kind of a nice look to it. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty. Okay, well, I'm gonna wipe my fingers off first. There we go. And then I'm gonna try and leave the center of this one plain, just because I wanna see if I can do something here. And I'm gonna pull something out and show you right away, because this is exactly what I'll be doing with these eventually. I have a little book of all sorts of miniature pictures, and it's animals and kitchen things and all sorts of stuff. And I thought, you know, in the little Victorian dollhouse, it might look cute to have some little farm pictures or stuff like that. And I'm going to show you these pictures. I think the ones that I have out right now are a little big, but I'll grab them. They're right there. I can see them. They're animals. Let me wipe my fingers off or I'll be ruining the pictures. Oh, this paint doesn't come off very well. Okay, they are right here. And it's only because I pulled them out this morning and I went, oh, there's my pictures. So, is that it? I guess that was it. And, oops, I just got the mouse wet. Okay. Anyway, these pictures actually have little sayings on them. I'm not sure. I guess they won't show up like that. I thought they might show up through this resin centers, but I think the resin centers, it would be on that one, it would be okay. I think that came from the center of that, or one of these, it came from the center of something. That would be cute. It said the luck of the, oh, I don't even know what that says. But, oops, like I have a squirrel. And I have a little puppy who has a birthday. And I thought inside these frames, I'll do square ones. And inside those frames, that would be adorable. Let's see if it would show up in here. That would actually show up okay. But, yeah, I'm going to try something like that anyway with these. These ones I was putting on, I have little wooden frames that I'm putting on. And I have some little square ones also. And I'm framing some of these little pictures up in little square frames also. And they're going to go inside the dollhouse in different rooms. Like this would be in a bedroom or something. Someone has a memento of their birthday. And this would be, you know, like a little squirrel friend. He's so cute. It's a little small for this frame, but I'll find some that are right size. And that's what I'm going to be doing for inside my dollhouse. I'll be putting these frames and having these little pictures. I could print some better pictures maybe, but we'll see. We'll see. I do have lots of pictures. I have miniature pictures and I have full-size pictures, and you know, I buy all sorts of things and all sorts of graphics, so I have lots of things I could print out and put in here. This will be like, I think I'm going to do like a Victorian woman. I actually, in Procreate, I created some really pretty Victorian ladies, and I think I'll do some of them in here, and I'll do a couple frames, and it'll be like, you know how you see the giant portraits inside of a antique Victorian house living room and stuff like that. Oh, it looks like I have a little bit of resin there to trim off. You have the big pictures over top of the fireplaces. That's what I'm kind of thinking to do with this. This would be good. And somewhere in this world, I bought a fireplace one time when I went to a yard sale, and heaven forbid, I don't know where I put it when I came home. And this was last summer. So I'm hoping that when I move here, I am going to find a couple of those things that I had put away. It probably ended up just getting put close to a box or something and getting packed or something. I'm not sure. So I'm going to find it though. Let's trim this off. I can sand it later, but there, I'll take that little piece. I'm so happy that on some of these edges at least, you can get that the extra pieces of resin that overlap or slop over. You can get them off. This is going to be beautiful when it's done. Like, oh, I'm trying not to ruin the paper that's behind here. It's nice embossed paper. It's for babies. But I had it sitting on my thing, and I threw a piece of paper on top of it. Look at that one. That one's perfectly coordinated in its design. So that one's a nice one. And let's see. This one I poured quite thick, but maybe it's because the mold is actually thick. So I really, really like this one. This one reminds me of just a normal picture. I started a quest to make framed photos for my dollhouse. Framed photos, framed pictures, all sorts of stuff. And so I finally got some template, like dies, to cut them out, and I made miniature pictures out of them. And they're very rusticy, woodsy looking. They're animals and stuff, and I thought, great for a kitchen, great for a cabin, stuff like that, in like a miniature cabin, right? Not a full-size one, because they're only they're like smaller than this even. But yeah, so it was kind of a mission. There's a few things I wanted to have done in this world, in this life, in my lifetime, and it was to have framed pictures on my walls of the dollhouse. So someday I'm going to make an addition to my YouTube channel, and we're going to do dollhouse decorating. I really want to do that. I can't do it till I get moved because I've been packing miniatures away, and I'm not sure if I showed you. I've been ordering miniatures, like really detailed miniatures that I really like. And I've been having a lot of fun just getting one here, one there. You know, a little coffee pot comes, a little baker thing comes. You know, just every so once in a while I'll have a little scale. I ordered a little weight scale for the bathroom the last time because it's something I'm not going to make. Do you know? I'm not going to make those little waffle irons and things like that. I'm not going to make those. I could probably make them out of foam, but they wouldn't look real. So, and I wanted something that was made from plastic, and I haven't got a 3D printer yet. I really want one. And, oh, that's the wrong side. And I'm hoping this year my gift to myself might at some point in time be a 3D printer. And then I want to start making my miniatures in earnest. And I'll make everything I ever wanted for my dollhouse. So I've been kind of storing up the files and stuff, finding the STL files, I guess it is, and storing them up on my computer on hard drives so that when I do get my printer, and I think I want to make it a resin printer. I think I want it to be a resin printer just because I think it'll be easier to clean things, but I'm not sure. Like maybe you guys could give me some ideas if you own a printer, because I don't really know much about them right now. I'm still doing the homework on what would be best and what is the best use for my money, right? Like I really don't want to waste money. I want to have one that I can do small scale items. I don't need to be doing big scale items. I'm not going to be printing wall clocks and things like that. I just want to print little things like this. That's going to be my mission in life, is to fill my dollhouse with little things. I have some ideas of what I'm doing. I want to make a Christmas room, and I'm going to fill it with toys for children, and you know, just things. I want to do different little things. You know, when we're little kids and we don't have anything, we always dream about these things, what we'd like to have. And my dollhouse was one of those dreams. So now that I'm older and like my kids are grown, so, and I can make my dollhouse dream come true. So I'm really happy about that. These are not quite dry, but I'm going to give them another coat, because then I can just sit them for the day and they can sit and dry. I'll leave them for the afternoon or something like that. I didn't mean to take up so much time in this video, but I don't paint all that fast either. So I'm going to give this one another coat. I think the leaves, I'm going to leave them the way they are now, because I'm going to be putting brown and green on them too. I might even use, I have this powder stuff. I don't know how this would work, but it's so, I wish I had a green. I have a pink. I might actually put some of this pink powder. Like I might put a gloss on these and then pink powder it and see what happens. I don't know. If I happen to do it, I will show you the end results. So, but oh here, let's set this up on there. I wish I could give that more of a heavier coat, but oh well. I have to wait for them to dry. Maybe I'll do another coat later on this afternoon when I have more time. You know, it's the pinch, because I'm got to get all my stuff ready for work tomorrow now. So, but yeah, I love this. This is just so cool. But anyway, oh, look at my hands. This is what comes out of those resin molds. I could have maybe done the food and then give it a coat of, no, gold is too shiny. I'll do this with yellow, and then I'll do some brown on them. And then I have about 10 more of these to do anyway, just because, whoops, let me clean that off first. Just because I've been, molding these quite often. And I have about 100 cupcakes made that are very, very tiny. And I did find my whipped deco icing the other day. So there's a little piece there. So I will be doing them up, coloring them, and then I'll be using the deco icing and decorating the tops. I know that in this mold it comes with the bottom and top like this. I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know. This could be a nice ornament though, like on a little counter or something, like a little sculpture or something. Or I could drill it out inside and this could be a really fancy little bowl. This one is not too bad. I think I like the small icing on the big cupcake, but that cupcake is actually too big for me. Like, that's even too big for Barbie. So, this one's okay. It's still too big for me. But this one would probably be Barbie size. This would be a great cupcake for Barbie. So maybe I'll make some for Barbie, and I don't do 1/6 scale, but if I happen to, I'll maybe sell them or something. Maybe I'll sell some decorated cupcakes or something. We'll see. But anyway, this was my painting today. I brought a little tiny pan of water here and a lid that I'm going to clean my little makeup brush off with, just so it doesn't harden up like mad, because this gold paint loves to harden like crazy. So, but anyway, that's my painting. I'll do a couple more coats this afternoon, and we'll see how it all turns out in the end. But anyway, thanks for popping by and seeing what I'm doing. And you take care. You have a wonderful day. See you again.